Two balls, two strikes as Eunice delivers a swing and a tapper foul first base side. Count stays where it is at 2-2. We're in the bottom of the ninth. Guardians and Astros 6 apiece. Doubleheader tomorrow on the channel. Camp day for Fever basketball at noon, and then the finale of this series at 8. There's a slider outside. The count goes full at 3-2. One out, nobody on. Bottom of the ninth inning. And Hummel asks for time at the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I've got to get all of my play-by-play chops in shape. The payoff pitch, a swing and a slash foul. First base side will do it again. One change I'm going to make. All those commercials that you see me play, like at every break, I'm not going to do it anymore. And I have reasoning for that. The payoff pitch, a swing and a miss, and Hummel is down. There's 2 out in the inning. Got him on an 86-mile-an-hour changeup. And the reason I'm not doing any more commercials is because I don't have any paying sponsors. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights is with us, and I want to live by for fans and from the heart. That's my new tagline. The pitch is a a sinker that is low and outside for ball 1. I want to interact more with the fans. This is a direction I know I've wanted to take but been afraid to take. The 1-0, a sinker low, and it's 2-0. It's a direction I've seen most other people take, and then I shake it off like a good pitch called from a catcher. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch, a swing and a miss, and it's 2-1 on Mauricio Dubon, who is 2 for 4 on the night. Six tie here in the bottom of the ninth. Junis has pitched a swing and a drive into deep left field. Back goes Kwan, and he is letting it go over his head. Dubon is headed into second. The throw, save for the stand-up double, and the winning run is on. Kenneth Clark is with us. What's up, Kenneth? Thanks for joining me on this late night call, this impromptu late night call. We're in the bottom of the ninth as the Astros and the Cleveland Guardians are tied at 6. A few more biscuits for breakfast. A good job by Kwan letting it go over his head and then playing it off the carom and immediately getting it back into play, into the infield. 6-6 tie here in the ninth with 2 out. And now the winning run stands at second, and the pitch is outside for ball 1. And what I'm doing this strictly off of notes. It teaches me to get my own notes ready. The 1-0 is outside, 2-0 to Zach Short. And utilize the materials that I have. I have score sheets ready. I've got all kinds of game notes that I get ready, but I've been afraid of doing it. I've been afraid of doing this kind of fundraising the right way. The pitch on the way, outside, 3-0 with a slider. 3 balls, no strikes with 2 out. And the winning run at second here in the bottom of the ninth. 6-6 tie in Houston. The pitch on the way. Fastball right down the middle for a strike. 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. Winning run stands at second. And the 3-1 pitch. A sinker right there for a strike. Oh, gave him a slider that time. Count goes full at 3-2. Caught just the outside edge of the plate. Short was ready to trot to first. The payoff to Zach. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over, and we're going to extras. So no runs with a hit, no errors, and the winning run left at second base. We go to the 10th. 6 for Cleveland, 6 for Houston. And thanks to whomever decides to pop in on this pop-up stream. And the reason I'm making it a pop-up stream is I'm challenging something that I know I need to do, but I've been afraid to do. I've been afraid to really interact with the fans because, as Callie has told me, Callie Greenshields, one of our favorite fans for Fever Games, I lose support when I don't interact with the fans. And after doing this a certain way for so long, I just decided, what the hell with it. I'm gonna test everything. And I have to. There's a lot that I've been afraid to do. I've been so afraid to do it. Been so afraid to do it this particular way. They've called the game in Chicago, and the Blue Jays make it 9 in a row. They beat the White Sox 6-1. A lot of rain came down. Brewers beat the Dodgers 3-1 as we look at our scoreboard update. Royals beat the Pirates 4-3. It was the Tigers doubling up the Rays 4-2 as they pick up their 58th win of the year. Red Sox 10 and the Rockies 2. Marlins beat the Reds 12-2. Mets over the Orioles 7-6. That is in 10. Slade's Ciccone will face off against Brandon Walter. Ciccone making his 9th start of the year. Walter with his 6th start of the year. So each team gets a ghost runner as we start the bottom of the 10th inning. Josh Hader winds and delivers a bunt out in front of the plate. Hader looks at third, nowhere to go. He goes to first. And immediately the winning run, the go-ahead run, I beg your pardon, is at third. Now Houston will get a shot in the bottom of the 10th with a ghost runner as they put the wheel play in motion immediately. Hader had nowhere to go but to first base. So now the pitcher's best friend, a strikeout is sorely needed unless they decide to put, yep, they did. They are not taking a chance with Jose Ramirez. So they will let him trot to first on an intentional walk. And now you have runners at the corners and 1 out in the 10th. That bunt came on the first pitch of the 10th inning. Here is Carlos Santana, righty against lefty. Hader's pitch is a ball inside with a slider, and the count's on 1-0. Carlos Santana 0 for 3 with a walk. He's hitting .230 on the year. What's up, Pizzle? Thanks for hanging out with me this late. The pitch, low and inside. It's 2-0. And Ramirez takes the double play out of the occasion, and he steals second base. So now 2 runners in scoring position with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 10th, and the infield's in. The pitch on the way, high and tight, 3-0. They may go ahead and put Santana on. You put Santana on, you got to force at every base. 1 out, 2 on, top of the 10th. The pitch, outside ball 4. That's exactly what they do. So an intentional walk after Jose Ramirez swipes second base. Game is tied 6-6 here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Espada standing at the top of the steps, and you wonder if he's going to make a pitching move and get Hader out of there. Infield will meet, and they'll put the defensive strategy in place. Now, I got to learn to interact with the fans more. So something else I'm going to open myself up to. Any kind of questions you guys have, throw them in the chat. No matter what, if it's about sports, great. If not, try to answer them too. Just make sure they're not about politics and make sure they're clean. I want to interact with you guys. You guys are the reason I'm doing this, and I'm trying to turn this into a salary. Here is Jonathan Rodriguez, the pinch hitter, hitting 146 on the year. Hader's thrown 23 pitches, infield double play depth. They're up at the corners. The pitch is a strike with a slider, and the count's on 1. 6-6 tie here in the top of the 10th inning. Houston tied it in the 8th, nothing in the 9th, and that's where we stand here in the 10th inning. Here's the 0-1. It's high. A sinker that didn't sink. Counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. I know I have to fix the on-screen setup. I'm going to try something different. The pitch on the way, bounced in front of the plate with a slider, and it's 2-1. if a run scores here, do you go get Josh Hader? Espada is waiting on the top step. And at this point, I think you do go get him. If he surrenders a run, if he gets out of the inning, great. And you hope he does because the double play is in order. 6-6 tie, 10th inning. Hader settles in on the mound, quickly comes to the set position, and the 2-1 to Rodriguez. A swing and a miss on a slider, and the count's even 2-2. I mean, he fooled him bad on that pitch. 2-2. 1 out, bases full of Guardians. The 2-2 pitch. High, tried to frame it, didn't get the call. Count full, 3-2. Tried to command it with a sinker at 96. The veteran Josh Hader trying to wiggle out of this jam that the first pitch of the inning put him in. Moving the runner to third. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging. 2 down in the inning. Came at it with a sinker. Raised it at 95. And got Rodriguez swinging. And there's 2 down in the 10th. But now it's the last out you need to get. Here's the pitch, a swing and a high pop down the third base line, and it will get out of play for strike 1. Angel Martinez is your hitter. 0 for 3 with a walk, hitting .235 on the year. Oh, and 1 the count. Hader delivers, and it's low. Good block behind the plate by Caratini. Kwan stays put at third base, and the count is now even. 1 ball, 1 strike. If you're Hader, you want to get out of this inning right now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down here in the top of the 10th inning. I also want to see if I can draw in some Houston Astros baseball fans or some baseball fans, period, that want a different perspective of the game, a pure perspective. The 1-1 pitch, a swing and a high pop foul pop into left, back at the track at the wall, and it's gone. That ball just kept carrying, and now the Guardians have a 10-6 lead here in the top of the 10th. Came at him with a sinker, and it went hasta la bye-bye. And Cleveland has grabbed the lead again, thanks to Martinez. He put it up in the jet stream, and the outfield ran out of room. That's the gopher ball you were afraid of, and now Hader will come out. The one pitch that could cost the Astros this game just happened. We got a pitching change. We'll tell you the new pitcher in a minute. 10-6 in favor of Cleveland. After working so hard, and this happened last night too against Cleveland. They worked so hard to get back into the ball game, and then one swing of the bat and bullseye. 10-6, Cleveland. I got a question. Should I create with the new set that I'm going to make? Should I have a little room down at the bottom for the fans' comments? I'm thinking I should, but I want to hear it from you guys. So now it's going to take 5 to... Okay, I should. Okay, this is how it looks right now. And now I'm looking at how I have this set up here. I'm going to play around while they make the pitching change. So I'll put this up here. And while I am thinking about it, what's up, Blake? Blake, what are you doing up? Go to bed. Nah, I'm kidding as I say that. That's not what I need. I need this. Should I go with this here? Which one? Which one should I do, folks? For the to show the comments. Do I go with this or do I go with this? Which one should I do? And where do you guys think I should put the ticker? 10 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Cleveland, 6 runs, 11 hits, and no errors for the Houston Astros. Caleb Bort now comes on. He has 1 out to get and try to keep the damage where it is. A grand slam here in the top of the 10th inning. And it's 10-6 in favor of Cleveland. They just may have snatched this series. Here's a pitch, a swing and a high drive into left. Left fielder camping under it. That's Caleb Humble. He makes the catch, but the damage is done. The damage is done. 10-6 Cleveland. We go to the bottom of the 10th inning. So, okay. Option A is what Pizzle says. So this style right here, is this the style I go with? Mickey Delaney is with us. Mickey, haven't seen you in a bit. How you been? Okay, so the cameras stay there. I want to keep the support box. Do I need to shrink that? So I'm being told I have to make room for I need to make room for the chat messages to come across. I can do that. And while I'm thinking about it, let me see how long I have to make that to make this. Because I want a gold spot to cover it here, and I want another gold spot to cover it here. So this is the style I'm going to go with. Yeah, this is the style I'm going to go with. All right. And I think tomorrow, well, let me turn this light on, see how it looks. See if this helps any. It does to a point. I like the idea of how. No, I don't. I don't like this. I don't like how this looks because I'm using OBS right now. And I'm using OBS and I'm using the oh gosh. I had a crying fit earlier today. Emmanuel Clase, Cleveland's closer, will try to put this to bed. He has 19 saves and 23 opportunities. And the Astros are going to have to get a rally going. Picked up 2 subscribers already. Thank you. Shout yourself out to whomever subscribed here just a moment ago. We got a double dip tomorrow, day night doubleheader. We have the camp game with the Fever and the Golden State Valkyries. That'll come at noon. And then these two will finish their 3-game series. That'll come at 8:10. All right, Clase will start at the bottom of the 10th. We should have a runner at second base. Here's the pitch. It's a strike on the corner. It's a strike down low, and it's 0-1. Taylor Trammell 2 for 4 with a double, an RBI, and a run scored, hitting 158 on the year. We do have a runner at second base. Time called at the plate as Trammell steps out. I'm going back to using the green screen because this does not look good at all. No Snowman in the Morning tomorrow. We'll have a replay going as we get you ready for this game here. The 0-1 pitch, low, and the count's even 1-1. A cutter at 99. How do you throw a cutter at 99 miles an hour? I wanted to be a pitcher, but I didn't know how to pitch. I had no mechanics whatsoever. I will say that proudly. The windup and the 0-1, a swing and a drive into center field. Center fielder under it. He's got it. Quan makes the catch, makes the turn, and throws to third. Runner does not tag, and there's one out in the bottom of the 10th inning. Hey, guys, what do you think? Should I go back to the green screen? Should I just say F it and go back to the green screen? I think I should. Shea Whitcomb now stands in as a pinch hitter. One out, bottom of the 10th. And the pitch is inside with a slider. The count's 0-1. Clase looking for his 20th save of the year. I like the fact that OBS offers a what am I looking for? I can't find the words. Here's the pitch. High with a cutter, 2-0. And I also think that for the play-by-play calls, I'm going to go with the play-by-play headset. The 2-0 pitch, a swing and a flat slash foul, 2-1. That's what I got to get my baseball chops back. So we'll have the rest of the games in the first half of the year for the Astros, and then we're going to dive deep with the Astros and Monday Night Baseball for the remainder of the year. I've been shying away from it for too long. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's 2-2. And Emmanuel Clase is trying to close a. Bad joke, I know. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on, bottom of the 10th inning. That's right, bottom of the 10th. The 2-2 pitch is low. Good stop behind the plate. Count goes fully 3-2. As mentioned, no Snowman in the morning tomorrow. There will be a replay across all our channels, including the good folks at Zebo TV. And I know they got bones to pick with me. Trust me, I'm getting everything together. The payoff pitch, a swing and a smash to third. Up with it, the toss to first is in time, dug out by the veteran Santana, and the Astros are down to their final out. This will be the first series. Should Cleveland win tonight, this will be the first series that the Astros have lost in a month and a half. Be the first series they've lost since before the Mariners came to town. Here's the pitch to Cam Smith. It's outside for ball 1, a slider at 100. If you could throw any pitch at 100 miles an hour, what would it be? I've never seen a slider at 100 until now. Cam Smith, 3 for 5 on the evening, a double and a run scored. Here's the pitch, a slider up at 83, and it's 2-0. See if Cam Smith can keep this game going. You would love to see him leave the yard. The 2-0 to Cam. Swing and a miss, 2-1 on a cutter at 97. I have a good friend named Dan Soria. He used to pitch for the Gary South Shore Railcats, and he showed me what the grip looked like for a cutter. I could never master it. 2-1 pitch. Inside corner strike, and the count's 2-2. Another cutter at 97. And now the Astros are down to their final strike. They were about to get out of a jam in the top of the 10th inning, and then one pitch from Hader led to 4 runs. The pitch on the way, swinging a tapper foul at the plate. Count stays even at 2-2. I'm not going to play any more commercials. All the affiliate sponsors that I have are going to be just that, affiliates, which means they only get live reads. If they do that, I haven't learned how to use live reads yet, or how to use affiliate sponsors. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and this game's over. Emmanuel Clase retires the Astros in order, and for the second straight night, the Astros go down to the Cleveland Indians. Final score: Cleveland 10 and the Astros 6. Your final totals on the board look like this for the Cleveland Guardians: 10 runs, 8 hits, and no errors, 4 left on base. And for the Astros, who worked so hard to get back in this game, but then the 10th inning happened: 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors, and 12 left on base. The men left on base the bugaboo again for the Houston Astros. So Cleveland makes it 2 in a row over the Astros, and they go for the sweep tomorrow night. We'll have it for you at, let's confirm the time, at 8:10. Let's confirm that right now. 8:10 is the time I have been told for this game. And then we have the Texas Rangers coming in to finish off the week and the weekend. Dadgummit, wrong. Okay. I usually have this stuff ready. I don't, but see if we can. Okay. Here is the answer. The Astros and the Guardians will play at 8:10 tomorrow, and then a day off on Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we see the Texas Rangers. 8:10 Friday, 7:35 Saturday, and then 2:10 on Sunday as the getaway game, and we get away to the All-Star break, and then we don't come back until Friday, until we go to Seattle, oddly enough, to put away the Seattle Mariners in the race for the West. So this may have been only a pop-up stream, but I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I had to quit being afraid to do baseball because I never thought I would be afraid to do a baseball game because it's my favorite sport. But I have been afraid. I let a lot of things surrounding me and get the best of me. And now I'm going to go hug my wife. I'm going to tell her thank you for letting me chase my dream, but have some time in as well. And your final score one more time tonight. It's the Cleveland Guardians 10 and the Houston Astros 6. And the hit of the game, as I'm looking for it, belongs to belongs to Jonathan Rodriguez as he drove in 4 with a grand. It's Martinez. I beg your pardon. It's Martinez with the hit of the game. He went 1 for 4 on the night, and that one was a big one. It was a grand slam in the top of the 10th that put the game away. Final score as the Guardians moved to 42-48 on the year. The Astros dropped to 55-37. One more to get from them, and then let's sweep the Rangers out of Texas and go into the All-Star break with some momentum. 10-6 your final. Back tomorrow, noon with the Fever, and then 8:10 with the Astros. Good night, everybody. I keep forgetting my friend Mickey lives in Seattle. The preceding has been a presentation of Snowman Sportsnet for fans and from the heart. God bless y'all, and good night, everybody.